So this is the part where you really start anticipating, is you start reading the menu. First thing about takeout is you gotta go get it. So come on, let's go get it. You coming? Let's go. All right, I don't know about you, but for me, when I go get takeout, I can relate it to, you know, when you have to go to the bathroom, but when you get really close to an actual restroom, all of a sudden it's an emergency. That's how it is with me when I have to go to takeout. I'm on my way now, and all of a sudden I'm starving. And here's the thing, I haven't even ordered. I'm gonna order when I get there. I'm gonna order on the phone. The thing is, I haven't ordered yet, but it's in my mind that I'm gonna go get takeout, and now I go into starvation mode, apparently. It's a mind thing. It's definitely a mind thing. Another key to takeout is check your bags before you go. If there's something missing or the order's wrong, that's not their fault. That's your fault for not checking. That's key number 2. So this is the part where you really start anticipating, is you start reading the menu and seeing what they have for the carryout specials here. I'm gonna start with meatballs because I love meatballs, and then I'll get an order of the gnocchi and chicken parmesan. So the key to this whole takeout thing is, I probably should have called ahead, but here's the problem. I couldn't decide what I wanted, so I was like, all right, I'll get in the car, I'll start driving, and I'll figure it out, and I'll walk in, I'll order, and I'll carry it out. But, you know, can't really do that. So call ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't have any silverware, but
okay,
we'll grab some for next time. Sorry about that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Take care.
All right, so I got all the food in the back. It's laid out nice and flat, right? So it doesn't spill. Now you may think the thing to do is to drive like crazy to get back to your house so you can tear into your food. That's not the case here, because you don't want to do anything that is gonna make that food spill out or any of that stuff, because the last thing you want is to get home and you just have a big pile of mess and you don't have any food to eat. Because then you're gonna have to come all the way back, order twice as much, because you're gonna be twice as hungry. You're gonna start getting grouchy and angry and hangry and all that good stuff. So the key is slow and steady on the way home. Which I guarantee, by the way, we're gonna hit every red light on the way back. Why? Oh, because we have food in the back that's nice and warm and just taunting me, saying, eat me. Red. Shocker.
Red light.
Red light. Still red.
Red light.
Every red light. See that? Red. Green. Let's go eat. Food.
Are you doing the catwalk?
Oh yeah. Catwalk. There it is. Oh, you don't got silverware, by the way? Like, wrapped up? Like. Alright. There we go. We got our food. We got our silverware. We got our destination right here. Look at this. It's a great view. We got the canal. There's ducks. More ducks. Thank you. Look, if I'm gonna be eating at the canal, I might as well have Italian food, right? Get some gondolas going. They might be closed by now, but I'm gonna go get some champagne. Get prepping for takeout. Champagne. Look at it. And our flutes. This is how you have a brunch on the balcony. Look at that. And you already know that one's not going to be enough. That's why you got to bring 2. Let's not kid ourselves here. Look at this. Nice and warm still. It's perfect. Look at these meatballs. Look at that. I want to just tear into this, but first we have to set the mood and get going with a little bit of a beverage. Now, the difference in sitting in a restaurant is all this is already prepped for you while you're waiting for your food. And for some reason, the anticipation here is a lot more. Well, not for some reason. The reason is, when you're at a restaurant, you have bread to munch on, you have a drink, you have a bartender coming out. When you're getting takeout, you got nothing. Nothing. Ooh. Struggle. All right, you ready? That's a lovely sound and a lovely smell. So here you go. This is, you do a little pour here. You do a little sip for yourself. Takeout. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna start with the chicken parm. I'm gonna start with the chicken parm, all right? Now, the thing about doing takeout is you're not going after the pretty thing on the plate and all those lovely things. You're getting it, and you're here to eat it. I'm mixing that spaghetti with it because, you know, chicken parm with some pasta, it's fantastic. If I could reach a fork, I can't even get a fork. There we go. All right. I love chicken parm. There's nothing as satisfying as that first bite when you've just been anticipating your meal, you're waiting for it, and you finally get to have it. Oh, so good. And this is excellent. We got the sauce from the spaghetti on there. We've got the perfectly cooked chicken. It's great. Wash it down with some champagne. A little more champagne. All right. I already ate the chicken parm, but I mixed in with the sauce, a little bit of the gnocchi, some of the meatball, spaghetti's on its own. I love Italian food. And the reason is just the sauces and the meats, and of course the cheese. I love cheese. Who doesn't? But when I go to an Italian restaurant, that's what I look for. If I can find a sauce that you can just dip bread in and just almost drink. There's this pizza place in Los Angeles that I love going to just for their sauce. You can literally drink that sauce. Well, I could, because it's so flavorful and delicious, and it's a little thinner. I like thick sauce, so I can dip it in with some bread, and but you know, some good meat sauce, so you have chunks of meat in there with the oregano. It's delicious. And you know what? So I'm not in a restaurant. I'm out here. I'm serving myself. But look, I get a great view of the canal. It's 30 degrees out. I can't feel my fingers. What more do you want? When I go to an Italian restaurant and I see on the menu chicken parm, I usually have to get that and some other stuff too. But the reason is I love chicken parm ever since I was a kid. And it reminds me of my family. My mom made it for me for my birthday. It's delicious, and it takes a lot to make it, and it has to be done right. And so it's always my judging an Italian restaurant when I go to a, you know, Italian restaurant. Get the chicken parm, and of course the pizza, the meatballs, the spaghetti, and the fettuccine, and everything else. But gotta start with the chicken parm because I love it. It's delicious. It always reminds me of my family. All right, let's get to the question that no one's asking: takeout versus dining. I might be psycho, but here's the thing. I like going and sitting in a restaurant, and the reason is, since I was a kid, maybe this is paranoia, I always feel like you get gypped on the serving size. That's just me. But here's the other main reason. If I go to a new restaurant and I try a dish, and I'm eating it, and it's a wonderful dish, I want to be able to order more. I'm be like, get me another plate of this, because this is awesome. But if I'm at home and I finally taste it, and it's amazing, I have to get back in the car, all the way over there, and get some more. Or live without it, which isn't going to happen. So. There is something to be said about carryout, though. You get to take it back and eat it wherever you want. You can go sit in a park, sit in your car, sit wherever you want, right? You know, if you go to the park and you sit there and you eat lobster and steak, cool, that's awesome. That's a really great experience, because everywhere you eat, no matter where you eat it, no matter what you're eating, it is a food experience. However, my judgment is very harsh when it comes to the food. Whether you're sitting down in a restaurant or you are in the park eating some carryout, it better all be good. No matter if whatever it is, it should still taste delicious. Whether it's in a plastic container, wherever it's presented, that shouldn't affect the flavor. And if it does, you're doing something wrong. This is good. The other advantage of not being inside a restaurant is I can get up. And if you have trouble, like me, picking a spot, like, oh, what's going to be the best spot? And of course, when they seat you, you don't really get a choice. Is you can get up, you can walk around in the middle of your meal, and you can be like, I want to go finish this over here. I want to go have a drink over here. I want to sit down right here. Or I just want to look at the canal. Because in a restaurant, you can't do that. You also can't drink out the bottle there either. When you carry out, you can do all that and more. But we won't get into that. And the only reason I'm leaving is because it's about 20 degrees outside, and this is my last bottle of champagne down here. Party's moving. Let's go. Don't forget your food. Well, here's another issue. I am locked outside, so I'm just gonna go over this other door. I just spilled it. Let's see if this works. By the way, stay tuned for when we grill steaks in that barbecue.
You guys want to get in?
Thank you.
You're welcome.